It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Newcastle Jets members who missed out on tickets to Saturday's A-League Grand Final can expect an email from the club. Jets CEO Laurie McKinnon says the FFA has secured pockets of tickets allocated to sponsors and other A-League clubs which are not wanted.
FFA have worked very hard and worked with the club to secure some tickets, so we'll be getting in contact with some of the members who have missed out, because we have been contacted by a lot. You might not get your full ticket allocation, but some members will get some tickets, so we're working very hard on that. Leave it with us, we'll be getting in touch.
Meanwhile, King Edward Park and Spears Point Park are firming as possible locations for live sites where fans can watch the game on the big screen. There are still delays for southbound motorists on the Pacific Highway at Narong due to an early morning truck crash. Two trucks collided about 4:15, 2 kilometres north of Viney Creek Road. One of the B-doubles jackknifed in the crash and a large amount of diesel was spilt on the road. It's understood the drivers escaped injury. Federal Labor is calling on the Turnbull government to secure long-term funding for preschools across New South Wales and the Hunter. They say proper funding is set to expire late next year, leaving 23,000 Hunter families in limbo, with the possibility of some preschool operations going under. Hunter MP Joel Fitzgibbon says funding is critical for the future operations of the Hunters preschools.
We need enough money to match the previous agreement, plus, of course, CPI. Those rising costs are affecting all in our community, and our preschools need long-term funding so that they can properly plan to accommodate children now and into the future.
Lake Macquarie MP Greg Piper is calling for more signs to be erected around Morisset Hospital, warning of the dangers of trying to feed kangaroos. The grounds of the hospital have become a tourist hotspot, with online advertising promoting the area as a cheap and highly recommended day trip for overseas visitors wanting to see kangaroos. However, there have been reports of people being attacked by the animals. Greg Piper is calling for a strategy to educate tourists, including signs in multiple languages and a more visible ranger presence in the area. Small businesses in the Newcastle CBD who have been impacted by the construction of the light rail line could be in for some rent relief. Council is considering a proposal to offer CBD landlords a 50% rate reduction as long as they pass it on to their business tenants. CBD retailers say they've lost trade as a result of the light rail construction project, with some forced to close or relocate to the suburbs. Port Stephens residents are being encouraged to have their say on plans to completely overhaul Tomaree Sports Complex. Following consultation with the community, council is expected to complete the project in various stages over the next 20 years. Mayor Ryan Palmer says the upgrades will attract even more sporting and community events.
We've got a fantastic facility at Tomaree with our sporting grounds, but as far as the amenities go there, car parking, it's in much needed of an upgrade there, and certainly this new master plan has identified some spots that need work, but the plan is really exciting for Port Stephens.
Sport for our sponsor, PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
Jets defender Daniel Georgievski is preparing for a grand final showdown with his former club on Saturday. The 30-year-old spent 3 years with Melbourne and was a part of their 2015 and 2017 grand final sides. Coach Ernie Merrick is also coming up against his old side, who he led to 2 championships in 2007 and 2009. The Newcastle Knights are gearing up for their clash with the South Sydney Rabbitohs this Friday. The starting 17 has remained unchanged. However, Danny Levi comes into the extended squad for Brock Lamb. Coach Nathan Brown says he hopes to see an improvement in combinations.
Last week the times obviously didn't flow quite as well, which is understandable because Connor's been out for a month and Jack's only was his first game at halfback, so it was understandable, I suppose, but I'd like to think that we could have a little bit more flow, and I think that'll come with Jack having one game and being a bit more confident and Connor being back.
And former Central Coast Mariner Josh Rose is set to debut for NPL club Edgeworth this weekend. Coach Damien Zane says the defender will provide experience to his backline. The Eagles are also preparing for their FFA Cup clash tonight against Singleton. And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 15, 11, 9, 19, 27, 8 and 36, and the supplementaries are 5 and 29. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.